probably all had this moment before where we put on an outfit about to go out, but then literally changed the outfit last minute because we were scared of being judged. Or maybe we even kept the outfit and still went outside, but then we were kind of like looking around, scared of being judged, scared of what people might think of you. And I have to keep it 100 with you guys, this is literally the whole reason why y'all's outfit are trash. Fear is what stops style progression, and fear is what makes you lean more toward the basic and the already accepted style. In today's video I'm giving you my advice on how to really stop giving a fuck. My name is Ned, let's get into it. Alright, starting out with your own confidence or your own opinion on yourself. Because it literally is that simple. The stronger your opinion on yourself is, the weaker opinions of others get. That's just how it works. And this is also the reason why some of those artists come over so confident, because they literally have a strong opinion of themselves.
Everybody says, who does he think he is? I just told you who I thought I was. A god. I just told you. That's who I think I am.
And to be honest, if you're not that complete asshole who talks down on others and stuff like that, I think it's completely normal and important to have a high ego. And as almost everything in life, confidence is also something that can be practiced. Never stop experimenting and going out of your comfort zone to build that confidence and to practice confidence. And another great way to build confidence, in my opinion, is to maximize your look. And before y'all get at me, I'm not talking about any of this looks maxing stuff, but just like your general taking care of yourself, finding your perfect hairstyle that you personally like the most, finding your beard hair combination, stuff like that. And once you quit doing stuff like this for others, to impress others or to look good, and literally just do it for yourself, this is where you can really build self-esteem and start building confidence, which then in return makes the opinions of others literally become almost irrelevant. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't give a single damn about any opinions at all, that's not the point here. But let's be honest, most of the opinions that make us feel insecure and make us feel judged are from complete strangers. You have nothing to do with them, you don't know them. The one thing you should really ask yourself is, do you care about this guy's opinion? And I promise you, most of the times the answer should be no.
Do you like how they dress?
No.
So why the f are you listening to them?
And I think the perfect example for this are kind of like different styles, because nowadays style is seen as this one thing. But I think people nowadays often forget that there are so many different and multiple styles. And I don't know, if I'm completely into streetwear and there's this high fashion guy, it makes no sense for me to call his outfit trash, because we are into complete different styles, if you get what I mean. And even if I would say something like this, the other person should not give a damn about it, because, well, I'm the streetwear guy, what do I know about his craft? And even if it's a really close friend to you whose opinions you really value, you still have to ask yourself if his opinion in this specific topic is even valid. And once you realize this, you will see that you do not care about most of the opinions. And if you do care about it, it most of the time isn't hate or judgment, but instead honest advice and things you can really improve on. Alright, so another great advice is to look at the grand scheme. Think about it for a second. Everyone is living their own life at the same time. Everyone probably has their mind and their head completely full with thought. Going through their lives, they have their own goals, their own dreams, their own problems, their own bills to pay. And most people that you feel kind of looked at by or judged by will literally just forget you minutes after they saw you. And it's also kind of in human nature to sort of look at and stare at stuff that we don't understand at first glance. But yeah, with most people not being that deep into fashion and not even trying to understand it, they will just forget that this even happened, and they will not think about it days later. And oftentimes we are kind of over exaggerating the judgment that they are bringing towards us, when in reality they themselves really don't give a shit. And last but not least, I got my own little hot take. I don't know if people agree with this. I haven't specifically heard it before, but my best advice and kind of what helped me personally the most is fall in love with being disliked. And I know it sounds terrible, because the urge to be liked is kind of in human nature, or more like in society's nature. And how I do this is literally wear my most crazy outfits and my most crazy fashion pieces, especially when I'm around normal people that are not interested into fashion, just because they don't get my perspective, and them being kind of confused by it and looking at me weirdly, or dropping some weird comments confidence is literally so funny to me and is what in return then kind of fuels my confidence. I don't know if you quite get what I mean, but it's kind of like this dynamic that I understand it and they don't, so kind of like I'm up there and they're down here. And as I said earlier, once you don't think that way, like objectively, that you are objectively better than them and you're not an asshole about it. And I don't know if this even makes sense to you, but this is kind of what I noticed, how I go about it. And I think this is also what helped me a lot with my confidence, because well, yeah, whenever you just walk through a city, it's like 90% of the people are not into fashion at all. And therefore for me, thinking this way has been really efficient. Alright guys, so that's it for today's video, but I want to give you guys one last advice, which is to just love yourself, because once you really accept yourself and love yourself, this is where all of the other things get easier. So just make sure to love yourself, and I may see you in the next one. I'm out.